people about the Zambian acapella choirs, from Janet Reno, senators, lieutenant governors, the Zambian embassy, the Department of Labor. We all saw the problems, and we began to network around the United States through phone calls. But sadly, we watched the group that was required from 1996 to 1998 be sent home in disgrace. I was at the airport for the January group and the February group. They were allowed to take home one duffel bag and nothing else. They were never paid a dime. They left here with nothing, and they returned home with nothing. To nothing. I interviewed even with the FBI, as did my pastor and other families. I used the term exploited in 1998 because I did not know the term human trafficking. The FBI did not believe me or anyone else because they could see no physical abuse. They said there was no problem. No one understood the problem. The first night that the 7 rescue choir members were at my house, I was really scared because I had volunteered with the organization for 2 years prior to that time. And in 1998, my church and I had drawn the line, sent a letter and said we will no longer support this organization, and we gave the reasons why. I was afraid that Gary was going to show up at my door, because after the boys were taken to the church, he came to the church and confronted them and said, "Hey guys, I didn't get to tell you goodbye at home base. Let me take your picture." And they immediately responded because that's what they were used to doing. I called the INS agent at midnight and I said, "What do I do if he comes to my house?" And he said, "Call the law enforcement, call the local police." And I thought, there's no way I'm going to get another agency involved because they will not have a clue as to why I have 7 black boys in my home whose first language is Nyanja, and they are under now direction of INS. Good state laws against trafficking are needed in all states because the U.S. Attorney offices and federal law enforcement do not have enough resources and time to prosecute all of the cases. State legislatures, judiciary, prosecutors, and law enforcement also need to be educated in their own state's laws, as well as human trafficking in general. I've read articles about victims falling through the cracks in the law